Chapter 20 Angela's POV 487% 0GE6 features. I slammed the lock shut and staggered back until my spine hit the closet door. My breath came too fast, too shallow. It felt like my lungs were trying to escape my body. Pictures. He had pictures of me. My hands shook as I pressed him to my face, swallowing the ragged sob clawing up my throat. I slid down to the floor, curling in on myself as the weight of everything, every moment, every conversation, every time I'd let myself feel safe near him, crushed me. I shouldn't have trusted him. I shouldn't have moved in. I shouldn't have let myself care. Because I had cared. That was the worst part. Somewhere between the arguments and the teasing and the way he had looked at me like I was something worth protecting, I had started to fall quietly. Reluctantly. Stupidly. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. I crawled to it on my knees, fingers fumbling as I hit the call icon next to the only name that came to mind. Jess, I whispered the moment she picked up, my voice breaking. Jess, I need you. Angela, her tone sharpened instantly. What happened? What wrong? Everything spilled out of me in pieces, my breathing uneven, my words fractured as I tried to make sense of the last few weeks. Her silence was loud, heavy, and dangerous. Angela, she finally said, voice steady but hard, you need to get out of there. Tonight. Jess, no. Listen to me, she spoke right over me. These aren't just red flags. This is a full siren blaring emergency. I'll book you a flight right now. You can stay with me as long as you need. The thought of leaving hit me like a gust of cold air. Leaving the city. Leaving the apartment. Leaving him. My vision blurred again. Not from fear this time. Something else, something I didn't want to name. Jess noticed. She always did. Angela, talk to me. Why are you hesitating? I swallowed hard, tasting salt. Because I kept remembering things I shouldn't. The way Liam stepped in front of me in that lobby. His hands shaking with anger at Ethan and Maya for Moss King, the look on his face when he'd seen me crying, like it tore him apart from the inside out. 1/4/15/26 Friday, January 23, Chapter 20 *87%, I don't know. I admitted softly. Well, figure it out quickly, Jess snapped gently. You're locked in a room because you're scared of your roommate. That's not normal. I wanted to agree. I should have agreed. But instead of answering, my gaze drifted toward the door. As if on cue, a soft knock broke the silence. 3 gentle taps. A pause. Then, even softer, his voice came in. Angela, his voice. God. It sounded different. Rough. Thick. Like he had been crying. Jess heard it too. Is that him? Angela, don't open the door. I'm not, I whispered. I won't. Another knock. A quiet exhale from the other side of the wood. No, you don't want to hear me. I know I screwed this up, but please, just let me talk. My throat tightened painfully. I shouldn't have cared. I shouldn't have. But every word bled with sincerity, desperation. He sounded like he was unraveling. I forced myself to stand. Distance. Space. Control. Angela, promise me you're not going to open that door, Jess demanded. I promise. Liam pressed his forehead to the door, or at least it sounded like he did. His next words vibrated through the wood. I'm not proud of what I did, he said quietly. I'm not going to pretend it was normal, or okay, or justified. It wasn't. You're right to be upset. You're right to be scared. My heart stuttered. Jess whispered urgently, Angela, don't listen to him. But I couldn't stop. But I needed you to believe, Liam continued, breath shaking, I never kept anything with the intention of hurting you. I was stupid. I was obsessed in a way I didn't recognize as dangerous. But I swear to God, I never followed you. I never watched you. I never crossed that line. Obsession. The word made my pulse jump and my stomach twitch. Jess heard it. Angela, get out of there. I pressed my hand to the wall for support. Liam's voice dropped to barely a whisper. You're the one person would bleed for. The one person I would burn for, the one person I would never let be hurt. A shaky inhale, and now you think I'm the one doing it. A crack split through my chest. Because he sounded broken, terrified, not losing control, not being exposed. but of losing 2 quarters 15:26 Friday, January 23rd GG. Chapter 20. I covered the phone speaker. Jess, I don't think he's lying. Angela, she hissed, that is exactly what people like him sound like. He's not like that, I snapped before I could stop myself. Silence. From both sides of the door. Jess exhaled sharply. You're attached to him. I'm not, I whispered. But my voice betrayed me. 86% 55 vouchers. I thought of the way he looked at me, like I was a storm he had walked into willingly. Like I could destroy him and he would still kneel at my feet. I thought of the way he defended me. The way he whispered angel like it meant something. The way he broke when I told him to stop caring. Jess's voice softened but stayed firm. You can be attached and still be in danger. A tear slid down my cheek. I don't want to run, I admitted. Not yet, Jess cursed under her breath. Fine. Then wait until morning. Don't go near him. Don't open the door. Don't believe anything he says just because he says it pretty. I nodded even though she couldn't see me. Okay, we said good night reluctantly, and I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the door like it might bite. But he didn't knock again. He didn't say another word. He just sat there. I could hear the faint whisper of his breathing through the gap under the door. He was sitting on the floor, leaning against it. Guarding. Or grieving. I didn't know which. And that scared me more than anything. Because I should have felt nothing for him but fear. But instead, I felt pulled. Drawn. Terrified for reasons that had nothing to do with danger and everything to do with him. I crawled under the blankets and pulled them over my head. Sleep didn't come. Only the memory of his voice. I would never hurt you. I didn't know if I believed him. I didn't know if I should have. But I knew one thing. Running from him felt impossible. And staying might destroy me. 3/4 Archer. Share